where these things really have to be like, you know, top notch. They got to be sealed, they're waterproof, they're really bright, and man, honestly, everywhere we looked, it was XKGLOW. All right, so we got the headlights knocked out. It's about time to get this thing over to Mike in the paint booth. He can start doing everything. But while we wait on the car to get back from paint, we need to figure out the rest of the lighting. You know, Richard really wants some lights down the scallops down the side, you know, in the rear and everything. And well, we had Marsh reach out to XKGLOW for us, and we got Riley here to explain to us what kind of lighting package we're gonna go into the Ferrari. All right, Riley, what's up, dude? Nice to meet you, man. Marsh's been talking about you. Well, as you see, we threw the light bars in. They worked out great. We frosted a little bit, did a little bit of modifications, but they're still in there. But now we need to get to the actual lighting of this car, the important part.
Yeah, get down
to
business.
Yeah, what do you got for us?
A whole lot of everything.
Okay.
What we're going to do is use some of our super thin, super small strips for the sides of the doors to run down those fins. Because that was going to be our biggest challenge, is just those fins are just so thin on that. So I brought some of those single color ones. We're going to run those down the sides of the fins, and then also coming out of that scoop from the side of the car, we're going to put one of our RGBW light bars that's actually going to project light going down the whole side of the car, kind of light up that whole side on top of the strips that are going to be shining down each one of those fins on the door.
So these strips in the scallops, and then a light bar
coming from
giving an ambient through.
Yeah, and then that bar is going to shine all the way down the side of the car, so down that fresh paint, shining all the way down, pulsing down it. So.
Heck yeah. Now what if it starts raining or something? I mean, obviously it's a convertible, we got more to worry about, but are these good?
Oh yeah, fully sealed, waterproof, we won't have any issues there, so not even a question.
That's what I'm talking about. Well,
yes, sir.
I know that Marsh is always over the top and crazy, so what have y'all got going on? Speaking of.
So, we got all kinds of craziness going on.
All right, Marsh, so what is your plan? What are we doing in this nose? I know that we've talked with Richard back and forth, and you had a few ideas up here. Why don't we get into it now that we got Riley here with us?
All right, so what we're going to be doing is remaking this grid where it's going to go all the way across, deleting out these lights here. We've got some acrylic that diffuses light, so it will be black when there's no lights on, and then once we turn on the XKGLOW lights, it's going to go whatever color we want it to go.
So it'll still have that black, like, mouth look right there.
Correct.
Okay.
And we'll be able to make it pulse, change colors, do all kinds of other things with the diffuser in front of it. In our rendering, it shows the lights here, and then the mouth turning white as well.
That's what I was going to say. Is the RGBW on that also?
That's correct. That's correct.
Sweet.
And then we'll be able to make it dance and chase and do some other cool features as well with their new alpha lights. So that'll be really trick.
Okay. All right, so we got a plan for the front. The headlights are made. You sound like you've got this handled right here.
Right.
The other important part, what about the rear? Do we have any ideas on it?
Oh yeah. All right, so in the back, we're gonna end up removing this for the time being, building a box in the back, and basically same concept in the front, where our lighting is going to be behind the acrylic again.
So basically these lights, what they're going to do is you got your new like Lamborghini Urus, you got your new Audis that give that just solid glow stripe across the back of it. That's what we're going to have here, but instead of just the one little stripe, you're going to have this whole panel that we've got of the acrylic diffused, and it's going to light it up.
So what are we using to put behind here?
So we actually got some of our 60-inch truck tailgate lights that are going to be back there.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's all built in. It's going to be one hard tube, fully waterproof, everything like that. Except for these guys going up the front, we're actually going to fab some of ours up, cut them in half, make sure the sequential turn signal will still shoot up that, so it's going to chase up and down it.
Y'all are going to custom make us something for these.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to take our already truck tailgate lights you see normally behind, like under somebody's tailgate. Yeah. We're going to take that, fab it up, cut it up, and we're going to make sure it runs on that.
Dude, that's what
You heard it here. It's custom.
That's right.
Not off the shelf.
Not bolt on.
Not bolt on here.
No sir.
All right, dude. So one thing that I noticed, like building the headlights with your light bars, like the quality of the housing and the bracketry and even the lenses in there was just hands above anything I've messed with before, you know. Like I've bought the cheap lot bars, I've had the side-by-sides and all that stuff, and dude, everything was just, it's top notch. Marsh even brought over some motorcycle blinkers to try to throw in up at the front, and they're metal housings instead of plastic like you would think that they'd be, you know. I picked them up and was expecting plastic, man, and I just, you know, tell me a little bit more about the technology goes in there, because I feel like there's probably more to that part too.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we design everything in-house. Really our biggest thing is we're an office full of guys that we use our stuff. So like those little moto trims that you're talking about, we've got a couple Enduros in the shop that we go ripping through trails, and we know a couple guys' turn signals are completely busted off their, you know, back fenders. So we built those metal. We really look into that. We look into uses. So all those light bars, like the ones you put on here, they're actually DOT approved. So we make those lights to know that you can legally put those in the front of your car. They can legally shine as long as, you know, you have them set to the height and everything that your state requires. But we really design on just, you know, there's always light bars. Everybody's got light bars, but our light bars have a specific purpose, and we want them to be able to be used in an everyday setting.
Yeah, I did notice in the bottom of the lens it said DOT on there when I was putting them in there. I'm like, there's no way.
Oh yeah, yep, we make sure.
Really?
The way that we do our reflectors, the LEDs we put in them, everything's 100% street legal.
No way.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Well, Riley, dude, this is all badass stuff. Your products are amazing. We're excited to have y'all on board with us, and honestly, I'm looking forward to hopefully, you know, extending this venture to other builds.
Oh, yeah.
And but I've got to get this thing over to paint, and I know y'all got to get out to Marsh's shop. Marsh, we'll swing by. We'll come and check in and stuff. Whatever y'all need from our end, let us know. But as you can see, the C10's still a chassis back there. It don't even got a body or nothing on it, so we got to jump in on that, get this thing in the paint booth. So you got to get out of here.
Deuces.